Let me know when you're here. Good morning. I just want to talk to you guys really quick and let you know why I won't have another Bath and Body Works video this morning. There's no line outside the store. Can't you see it? There's no line or anything like that. There's no line, but I won't have a video this morning, and I want to tell you guys why. So let me know when you're here. I'm waiting on some people to join. Hi Elizabeth, good morning. So I see that there's some people here, so I just want to talk to y'all and tell you why I won't be doing a Bath and Body Works video this morning. I just had a pretty bad experience here at Bath and Body Works this morning. I get there, there's no line. I'm filming the video for you guys because I'm like, all right, yesterday's video was kind of crap because the live went off. So good morning, y'all. I'm sorry I'm not my usual smiling self because I just had a terrible experience. Okay, so we know like the whole Black Lives Matter thing going on right now, everything with George Floyd, sadness everywhere. There's so much race issues that it just really makes everyone cringe. Like, no one wants to deal with this right now, but this is where we are, right? So I feel like a lot of times I'm one of those people who has been blessed to not have been affected by like race issues a lot in my life. Like, I've had my set of circumstances where people have been really rude to me, and to the point where I feel black all the time. You know, like when I go different places, I've had those issues where I don't feel like I'm human. I feel like a black person, you know, but that hasn't happened for a while. And while everything is going on, like, my heart goes out to everybody, but I'm still like, okay, you know, I praise God. Like, I'm grateful that I haven't had to deal with like a lot of racism in my life and stuff like that, especially recently. But I go into Bath and Body Works, right? And first, like, the guy at the door who's manning the door, he's like staring at me, and he's staring at my family, and he's kind of looking us up and down, but I'm like, whatever, you know, he's probably just like, oh, these, you know, shoppers can give anyone a hard time. So I'm one of those people who race is the last thing that comes to my mind. You know, like, I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Like, even with the incident that happened to me in Target, where they refused to take my 4 little coupons. I have a whole video on it. If you haven't seen it, you should. It will just make your blood boil. Even with that, I tried to say maybe it wasn't a race issue. Maybe they just hate couponers. I'm one of those people who tries not to go to race first. You know what I mean? But after a while, you kind of just, like, with some circumstances, I have to say, what else could it be? I'm nice. I'm being nice. I'm being kind, I'm being respectful, so why else would you treat me mean? So he's looking us up and down, and I'm letting that go. I'm like, whatever, maybe shoppers have given him a hard time with the sales. So when it's my turn and I go into the store, I'm going to do a video for everyone, and the first thing, I get in there, Deja pulls out the camera. It wasn't even out for a second. He goes, yeah, you can't record in here. Like, no, you can't record in here. And I was like, hi. like, hello. Like, I know stores have policies about recording and things like that. And I personally never really have a problem with recording. Maybe once or twice someone has said something, but we usually always work something out. So he's like, yeah, you can't record in here. Being kind of harsh about it. And I'm like, yeah, hello, how are you today? You know, like, yeah, let's start there. So I'm just like, hi. And he's like, yeah, you can't record in here. And I was like, is there a reason why? Is it, I'm being polite. I'm like, is it policy? Is it from corporate? Now, this is the part that got me. Upon my voice coming out of my mouth, his whole demeanor changes, right? And that's when I first started feeling black. I want to feel human. If you're just joining, you're like, why doesn't she want to feel black? I want to feel human first. I'm aware that I'm black already. I don't need to walk around feeling like, oh, you're a black person. I want to be a human first, if you're confused about that. So when I say, oh, is that policy, or is that something that corporate says? Or is that like the store rule, or is that your rule? Upon hearing my voice, his demeanor changes from, you can't do that, to, oh. So immediately you assumed I was going to be some person that in your eyes might be labeled as ghetto. And then when you hear my voice, you're like, oh, she's maybe not like that. There shouldn't be an assumption based on color that aggression is going to be my first response. If you say I can't record in your store, fine, I can't record in your store. Whatever your reason was for me not being able to record, cool, your business. but not like, don't come at me like, yeah, you can't record in here. Why would that be your first approach to approaching someone that is patronizing the business that you work at, to tell them that they may be breaking a rule or doing something that is not allowed in the store? How about just saying, hi, excuse me, ma'am, how are you today? Because, you know, I mean, I feel like I deserve to be addressed properly. So how about saying like, excuse me, yeah, ma'am, I'm so sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, the store doesn't allow recording. I know. You know how customer service people, like, I've had people tell me not to record before, and they're like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. The store doesn't allow recording. Maybe you can talk to a manager and see if they'll make an exception if you're like a vlogger. And I'll be like, oh, cool. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. No problem, because you guys know all I do is record in stores. But to approach me aggressively as if I was going to be the angry black woman and go off on you, and then my response is like, cool, you know, I'm just like, okay, is that corporate or is that you? His whole demeanor changes to, and you guys are not going to get this part, well, it's just because customers might be upset, and, you know, because when you record the customers, I told him, I was like, I assure you, I don't record customers. I'm a vlogger, have a large audience. I'm not going to record your customers, but okay, if that's your policy. I said, but I do want to know if that's the store's policy or your policy. He was like, well, you can record this time, or something like that, something to that degree. Like, oh, well, you can record today. After I'm conversing with him, like, oh, well, you know, that's interesting. Is that your policy or the store? He's like, well, you can go ahead and record, just like, don't get anyone's face. And I'm like, his whole demeanor, his tone, everything about him changed. And the only conclusion that I, Erica, can come to after that is, you saw my skin color first and assumed that that means aggressive. And guys, that hit me in the chest, because I don't know what else to deduce from that. I don't know what else to deduce from that. It had to be, I mean, what else could it have been? Because right after I started to speak, and I'm like, oh, really? Is that corporate policy or your own? Oh, wow. Okay, no problem. His whole demeanor changes, and it's just like, wow. And so I'm like, I can't help but wonder if someone else with a different skin tone would have come in recording like, hi guys, welcome to my vlog. If it would have been like, good morning, Becky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And that's just something that I can assume. I can't, you know, I can't say that for a fact, but here's the reality of where we are. It's a tough day to be an American for anyone of any color. It's just a tough day. So to everyone that's like fighting against injustice, and for everyone who sees it on both sides, no matter what color you are, because I need to say this too. This is something that I definitely need to say. I refuse to be anti-white people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Someone came, I turned the comments off on my last post, on one of my last Michael's videos, because the first thing that someone wrote on the video was, so bad. I am not fighting to put any race under my feet. We are fighting, we should be fighting that we can all stand together and be equal. You know, I love everyone of all races, and I feel for what, you know, us as black people are going through right now, for those of you who are watching who are black. So, I mean, it's there for everyone, but I just want to love everybody. I'm nice to everyone, but I don't want to feel like pro-black means being anti every other race. I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to go around saying these white people or people of other races are against me. I refuse to think like that. It's equality for all, and that's what I want to see. But my experience here today, definitely, guys, it made me feel super black. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to walk around being conscious of who I am while I'm in my skin. I want to be a human first, and then I want to be, after that, I want to be a black woman that is proud of who I am as a black woman, that knows who I am as a black woman, but that doesn't have to say first when I'm just walking with my family, like, remember, you're black, you have to be quiet when you go into the store. You don't want anyone to judge you if you talk loud or if you have a relaxed tone. You don't want them to think you're ghetto. stuff, I don't want, that shouldn't be the first thing on anyone's mind. You should wake up in the morning and be a person. After that, being proud of who you are, that's something completely different. Everyone should be proud of who they are, no matter where you come from. But I don't want to have to wake up or go into a store and say, you're black, so make sure you buy a pack of gum before you walk out of the store because you don't want anyone to think you stole anything. It's just small things like that. So today at Bath Body Works, I just wanted to share my experience with you guys, why I didn't get anything when I came out of the store today. Am I gonna stop shopping there? No, that was one isolated experience. And that's another thing I'm not gonna do, boycott an entire store because someone at this level was rude to me and acted in a way that I consider to be prejudiced. No, I'm not gonna boycott the entire store. I'll just go to another Bath Body Works. But I just wanted to share with you guys that this is, you know, for people who don't understand, this is real. This is a reality of what the country is turning into. And hopefully, if you see people fighting or saying things like Black Lives Matter, hopefully you understand that it's not saying that no one else matters. It just says that the house with the black people in it right now is the one on fire. So let's pay attention to that house because that's the house that's on fire. So if you have a bucket of water, throw it that way because that's the house that needs the water to put that fire out. That's the house that's burning down and needs the help. So if you hear me say Black Lives Matter, like, I won't apologize for that. And I'm not going to say all lives matter right now. The point is, people like me, who you guys know to be a super nice person, get discriminated on for no reason sometimes, and it hurts. It just hurts. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know I have a lot of, hold on guys, I know I have a lot of subscribers with an open mind who love people. I'm so proud to have so many of you who follow me of all races, who love everyone, who don't see my color when you see my videos. You know I'm black, but it's not like, oh, she's a black girl and I'm not watching her because she's black. You watch me for whatever reason you watch me for, and my race has nothing to do with it. I thank you for that. And I'm doing this video just to say, hey, we can all show more love. So if you see someone and you see a black person and they might look angry to you, like, don't assume that we're angry. Just don't assume. Don't assume. Give everyone a chance, okay? Give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And some people just don't know that, but it doesn't mean someone's angry when they have a calm face. Sometimes that's just how my face is. If someone was to see me, guys, you know how sometimes I'm looking at a deal and I'm like, what does that price say? Someone be like, oh, she looks like she wants to fight me. Like, no, I'm looking at the price of the item. I just want to know how much it is. So my face is like tens. So I just want to encourage everyone. Love. A lot of people said I hadn't said, a lot of people said that I hadn't spoke out about the whole movement or anything like that. I knew that God would give me a good time to actually like address things and, I don't know, just kind of give my take on it. And this instance today was the perfect time, me being judged, which is what, by what I think was, you know, the color of my skin. It kind of gave me that that prompt that I think from God to actually speak on it. Hi.
Can you pause it real quick?
I'm live.
Okay. I just want to let you know that had nothing to do with anything because some people saw the video, but it's just our policy. But you're more than welcome to come in Bath Body Works and videotape and do whatever you need. So I just wanted to just tell you that had nothing to do with anything. So I just want to personally apologize to you.
And thank you. As long as you understand, right now it's like a sensitive for black and brown people, you know, and so just maybe
trust me, my family's with you guys. So.
Just approaching with more sensitivity and understanding that. Is anyone still here? Oh my gosh, is anyone still here? Guys, so apparently I'm gonna stand in the same space because every time I move, the signal goes out. But here's what happened. Like, while I went live to talk to you guys, apparently they saw it in the store. And so he came out to apologize. And he said after he spoke to me and he saw, I didn't know I looked too sad leaving. I might have. Guys, you know I wear my emotions all over my face. I didn't know it was noticeable, but he says once he saw me walking out of the store and I looked sad, he realized like, oh wow, maybe that wasn't the best way to address that, especially at this time. So he came out to apologize. The signal kept dropping and I was like, look at the devil. Look at the devil. That is just how oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys are spiritual, but I feel like that's how the devil works, right? Because as soon as he came out to make peace and to apologize, my signal dropped and I couldn't get back on. And I'm like, you guys know me. I'm not the type of person to sit here and hold a grudge. Someone apologizes, I'm going to accept your apology if you seem sincere. And he definitely seemed sincere. And so as soon as I want to accept his apology on camera because he came out to apologize, and the signal drops. I'm like, and that's what always happens. We always get to see the bad, but we don't ever get to see the good. Yes, I was hurt. Yes, I felt like, you know, I was being prejudged, but the man thought about it. He went back in the back. He says he went back in the back and he thought, yeah, that wasn't the best way to handle that. And then boom, like, people know I'm live, and people are telling him, like, you know, there's, you know, this video is going on about you right now. And it's like, how does that happen that quickly? You know what I mean? So just like that, he finds out that it's already, you know, an issue that's being discussed, and he comes out to apologize. I don't know if it's damage control, because, you know, this or that, but I will tell you, I'll take an apology. I'll take your first apology, and I'm not going to judge after that. That's a step in the right direction. He shook my hand, and that's somebody that's humbling themselves to shake my hand and show no prejudice doing that. And to me, that's a step in the right to the video. You don't know what all happened. Long story, I'm going to end the live and then you can go back and watch it. But I feel like because I talked about it and because I didn't like keep it to myself, I feel like some progress will be made, if not between myself and the gentleman from the store who doesn't want to be named. I respect that. I'm not going to just put his name and his business out there. I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. But because of, you know, he and I were able to shake hands and come to some type of agreement on that, I'm good. I can move on from this saying I'm glad he saw me. And for me, that's all I want. I want to be seen as a person, as a human. So I feel good about that. So I'm not going to, you know, let this video become something where people are being like, making it into something crazy about race or anything like that. I'm not doing that on the video. But I'm happy. And for those of you who have good opinions and good positive thoughts, share the video. And I thank you guys so much for keeping mostly positive. I know some people in the comments are being really mean and saying some crazy things about me being sensitive. And guess what? I am a very sensitive person because I'm a human. And that's what the entire video is about, humanity. I am a sensitive person. Don't tell me I need to be stronger because that's what my race requires. I'm a human first. And that's what the entire video was about, being human first and treating everyone like they deserve to be treated. So me, as a sensitive human, was happy when he came out to apologize and shake my hand. And that's a step in the right direction, and that is all I needed. So guys, I'm happy to talk to y'all, but I see a line outside of Pier 1. It says they're going out of business. So I'm about to go over there and check out that going out of business sale. I thought they weren't going to open back up, but Pier 1 has a going out of business sale, and there was a line of people headed out the door. So, you know, I'm on to the next sale. I was going home and I was kind of sad before, but that apology was all I needed. So I'm going to Pier 1 and I will see you guys later. If you don't know what's going on, I'm going to post this video. You'll be able to watch it on the channel. So go back on the channel and give it a watch. I just posted a CVS video about couponing at CVS. Please go watch that too. I'm going to Pier 1. So I guess that's it for this video. OCC gang, I'm out.